Oh, that's embarrassing.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so let's start with the bottom right quadrant, guys. Who or what is important to you, or what is important to you about being a high performing team? Let's start with, yes, Katie.
I think one of the biggest one is collaboration, and then also support. So supporting people and their ideas, whether it's something that we agree with or not, and hearing their side of whatever it is that they're trying to tell us.
Okay, so what,
Um,
and hold on, and following um, up with people like ideas. Go ahead, Sarah.
I think that it's important to be cooperative with each other and flexible as well. I think it's important to be flexible with each other.
Yes, to be have so many schedules going on. Jessica, do you have anything to add?
So I was thinking just being timely and having like quality work.
Oh yeah, definitely want that quality and being time efficient. That's sure. Emma, what about you? Got anything?
I would say clear communication with each other.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say myself. Jade, what do you got?
I would say it is important for a team to give everybody a voice and make sure that everyone has an equal part to play, I guess.
Awesome. So basically, what we got here is being cooperative and collaborative, being supportive of each other and our ideas, being flexible with our schedules, being on time with our work and having quality work, having clear and open communication, and giving everyone a chance to have a voice and part in assignment. I think all great values that we have to work with. So, I move over to the bottom left. We'll start with, we'll just keep it in the same order. Katie, what do you feel is some stuff that can get in the way of us being?
I think just nervousness that we're all in different places. None of us really knew each other until this class started. None of us knew each other's backgrounds, so kind of being nervous to voice our opinions just in fear that people may not agree or support what we have to say.
Did you say me?
Just like an individual matrix, shouldn't our thoughts and feelings be in either box for that quadrant?
Yes, I believe that's what the rubric said.
I think that, some of us might get a little intimidated by each other and what we know and what we don't know and what group mates may think about your input.
So a little of, again, how people you or what you have to contribute. Jessica, what do you got?
So life gets in the way. We all have busy schedules, a lot to do, and we're taking a lot of classes.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. And Emma?
That's the one I was gonna say.
It's okay if you, I mean, if
Yeah,
you,
I don't think I have one right now. Let me come back to me if I remember.
okay. I mean, it's fair enough that, I mean, I believe that we've hit a good deal of points about anxiety over everybody's view, over not knowing who we are, life for sure getting in the way with different schedules and other things like my car battery dying today. And Jade, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I would say sometimes we can either not say stuff because we don't get a chance, or like everyone else might be talking and you don't want to butt in, or sometimes we just want to make sure that everyone thinks we are trying to, you want everybody to think that you're giving a part, like you're trying, so you try to talk a lot and then you end up talking over people or not giving other people the opportunity to talk, I would say.
Oh yeah,
But that would be kind of like worrying, but it would be worrying that you're either not contributing enough or contributing too much.
fair enough. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I have one to play off of that is misinterpretations. So
Yeah.
like is what we say can be misunderstood. Does anybody have any more to add to this, or do we feel like we have a solid foundation for this?
I got one now.
Okay.
I would say fear of speaking up. It kind of goes along with everything else, but like we're just like afraid to speak up about whatever ideas or whatever concerns we may have.
Fair enough. That definitely.
That one's a really good one.
Yeah. Way to be supportive. All right. Well, if we are set with this one, we're going to move up to the top left quadrant. What do you, or maybe like what do we individually or what do we as a team do to maybe move away from or gain control? Bottom left.
So I personally try and avoid. I'm a last minute person, so if I'm not sure about something or I'm nervous and I don't speak up, I just kind of keep my thoughts to myself, I guess. So I'm an avoider.
So
That's me.
you run away from the situation.
Yeah, usually, or I like put it off until the end and then I stress even more about it. But like my first, I guess, is to just put it off and wait a little bit longer until I'm like, gotta do it now. I have no more time to run.
I do the same thing. Sarah?
Well, I do a lot of that as well. But if I'm trying to avoid like homework or group work or something, like I will find other things to do. So like I will do my laundry, I will clean my house, I will leave my house. You know, I'll go to the gym, I'll do all kinds of different stuff except what I need to do.
So basically being away from the work and doing other tasks. Jessica?
So I just want you to know, I guess I did this quadrant wrong. So I was looking at it like, what do you do in order to keep from doing the stuff that gets in the way? So I looked at it as like, I put like procrastination. So I looked at it as a way to move away from procrastinating. I set a schedule. Did I do that one completely wrong?
Yeah, that's the next quadrant over. So that's the top right.
Okay.
This is the stuff that, you know, it's stuff that we do to try to compensate for that anxiety that may not necessarily be a positive behavior, but it will temporarily allow us to escape.
Okay.
So like cleaning your house, or one that I had would be not looking at the text message feed.
So then one that I would have would be to say that everything else in my life is more important than like, oh, I got to do this because this is so important, or I got to eat because I need to eat.
That is important.
I'm Emma, what you got for us?
I would say pushing it off to somebody else, like the thoughts and like confusion and speaking up. So asking other group members, oh, well, what's your idea about this? Or that type of thing. Just not speaking up for yourself, I guess. Having somebody else do it.
Fair enough. That's a good one. I like that one. Jade, you got anything to add for this one? Your mute is still on if you're talking.
My bad. I would say that I would, to get away from it, I would say I don't know what to say.
I agree with everything that we have. I mean, we
I
have
do. I feel like I had a thought, but I was typing and it's gone.
if you come up with it, we can always
Okay.
go back to. But what we have overall is, avoiding it, doing other tasks that we will basically set as a higher priority. We won't look at the group feed or work somebody else's. All right, so if that's everything for that quadrant, I feel like we got a good amount there of honesty. What do we do or can we do to move toward our values and our goals? So moving toward that collaboration, that communication.
I think like the biggest one for our group is that we have our group chat and everybody is very helpful in it and everyone's accepting of everybody's opinions and we haven't had any kind of a big issue. I think another one for me personally, if I'm not sure of something, I look to my supervisor for a lot of help. So if I'm not clear on something or if there's a concept or an idea that I don't understand myself before I go to you guys, I try to get a grip of that before bringing it to the group so I don't have to feel, oh my gosh, what are they going to think if I ask this question? I seek outside resources to do that before I bring it to the group communication.
Awesome, like being proactive and trying to gather all the information that you need.
I think that's kind of like what I do as well. Like yesterday when Katie and I were working on our piece for the TM4, like I had to go and like research some things before I like fully presented my ideas to her. So I kind of do the same thing. Like I want to make sure that I'm like researching and sure of things, and so I don't need to feel like I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Fair enough. Jessica?
So like I said, make a schedule, but also I try to check Canvas, Blackboard, whatever. I try to check that on a daily, just to see what is due and when I should start it.
Yeah, that's always a good way. Take a list or make a calendar. Emma?
I would say give encouragement and positive feedback proactively so everybody's comfortable enough to speak up and comfortable enough to be like, oh, I have an idea, so then they don't feel like they might not know what they're doing.
I think that's something we're all like pretty good at. Because
Yeah.
I like get nervous sometimes when I try to do things, but you guys have been pretty good with that.
Yeah, I think overall as a group, we've had really great communication. We've really stepped up and helped each other out with questions that we've had, and we've kept the communication going so that we're never in the dark with each other. Jay, do you have anything to add?
So I would say that if you're worried about speaking up or not getting your points across, maybe making a list before a meeting so that you don't forget anything And even if you're nervous that nobody's going to like your idea, maybe you can present it to one team member first that you're comfortable with, and then see what they think about it before presenting it to the entire group so that you're less nervous about it.
Awesome.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what I said to type it. Okay, wait. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so overall, I think these are some really good points. Brought some great values in the first quadrant with wanting to make sure that we're supportive and open-minded, contributing, quality work as a team and really working together. We went over some of our anxieties, our fallbacks that keep us from working. I know a lot of it has to do with our work schedules. We get nervous talking to people we don't necessarily know. We might have feelings of inadequacy. In the top left quadrant, we went over some things that we may do to avoid or relieve our anxiety from these, which tends to be a lot of escape behavior with running away, finding other tasks, prioritizing different tasks, avoiding text feeds. But I really appreciate the white quadrant. I think we're doing an overall great job really communicating with each other, being supportive. Some things that we can work on are maybe making some checklists, going over the information that we want to present to each other beforehand, and leaning on somebody that we may be a little more comfortable with before. I think we just did a great job, and I appreciate you guys following along with me.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right.